Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to do a book review of the book Win the Crown by Steve Cohen. A viewer by the name of Dreams asked me to do a review of this book. I actually didn't know of its existence until Dreams called my attention to it. I do know who Steve Cohen is. I've known Steve Cohen for some time. He's been featured in Magic Magazine and Genie Magazine and other journals of that sort. So I am familiar with Steve Cohen. Steve Cohen is affectionately known as the Millionaire's Magician. The likelihood is that he created that title for himself because that's his target audience. It has been said, and it is true, you are going to rise as high as your target audience. And Steve has focused on the elites and the upper crust of society as his target audience, and so I would imagine that his fees follow suit. But Steve has written a book called Win the Crown, Unlock the Secrets of Influence, Charisma, and Showmanship by Steve Cohen, the Millionaire's Magician. I have to tell you, the book is lovely. I would put it into the context of the self-help motivational series. Now, I have to tell you, let me tell you a personal story, okay? I went out to Missouri to study for the ministry when I was in my early 20s. I had an idealized view of what that life would be like. I went out to seminary, I studied, I prepared, I earned a Master's of Divinity degree. I came back to Baltimore. I was in Springfield, Missouri studying. Came back to Baltimore and I tried to find work, and try as I might, I was unable to find work in my chosen field. And this just caused a problem for me. It caused a crisis for me. It caused a crisis in my faith. It caused a crisis in my finances. I was in dire straits. And then I discovered a book. And the book was called See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar. And that book changed my life. And it changed the direction of my life. And ever since that time, I have been attracted to the self-help motivational genre of books. And I never stopped. There's never been a moment in all this time, 30, 40 years, when I have not had some type of self-help motivational book to inspire me and lead me through. I recently wrote one. This is my book called The Elements of Success by David Dellman. This is a self-help motivational book, my first nonfiction, and it is in that particular genre. So this, you just can't go wrong when you pick up a self-help motivational book. You just cannot go wrong. And so I really enjoyed it. Let me give you a little bit about Steve Cohen. If you go to chambermagic.com, you can learn a lot about Steve Cohen. This is his website. Once again, chambermagic.com. I'm going to put a link down below. He was born February 1st, 1971, which makes him a whole decade younger than me, and yet he's accomplished so much. So I admire the guy greatly. He specializes in what's known as parlor magic, which I consider myself a specialist in as well. Refers to himself as the Millionaire's Magician. Performs regularly at the Lot, New York Palace Hotel in Manhattan and at private parties. Now let me give you a list of some of the private parties sponsors for whom he has performed. Warren Buffett, Michael Bloomberg, Martha Stewart, Michael Eisner, the Queen of Morocco, and the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. So this guy is serious stuff, man. This book was published in 2005 by HarperCollins. And once again, I have to tell you, it's just great. Now, what he does, you're probably wondering, what's it about, Dave? Well, it's self-help motivational. But what he does is he takes principles of magic that if you've been in magic for any length of time, you're probably familiar with. And he makes a life lesson or a motivational element out of these things. And he goes through, but you know what? if you're a magician, it really does help. He talks about confidence. He talks about presentation. He talks about how to present yourself, how to put yourself out there. It's just fantastic. So I do highly recommend it to you. But since we're on the topic, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, certainly one of the great classics in the genre. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. This is one of my favorites. It really is. I love Earl Nightingale. I love Zig Ziglar. And I love Norman Vincent Peale. Now, Norman Vincent Peale wrote The Power of Positive Thinking. Wonderful book. This happens to be my favorite. You can if you think you can. The entire book is devoted to developing that one premise. The other one by Earl Nightingale, Lead the Field. Again, just fantastic. And I only discovered this person recently. I'm sorry to say. Her name is Mary Mannon Morrissey. Mary Mannon Morrissey. Building Your Field of Dreams. Just fantastic. So here's what I recommend to you. Whether it's Win the Crown or The Strangest Secret, or You Can If You Think You Can, or hey, pick up my book, The Elements of Success. You should be reading one of these books at all times. Now, you don't have to sit and read the whole thing through. Read a couple of pages a day. In the morning or in the evening or both. It will change your life. I guarantee it. And this is one as well. Add this to your library today if you don't have it already. Hey, Dreams, thank you so much for the recommendation. I hope you enjoyed the little review. Please subscribe if you've not done so already. Please comment down below. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.